Some about this landscape just don't feel right. Hyper air conditioned and lit up all night. Like we just gotta see how comfortable can get. Like we can't even bring ourselves to sweat. Sweat in the summer and shiver in the winter. Just enough to know that we're alive. Watch out for that TV, it's full of splinters. And remember, you can always go outside. Really, really, really far outside. And some might call it conservation.
Yes, that is Ani DeFranco. She was performing last night at the Orpheum, celebrating 100 years of the Progressive magazine. I'm Amy Goodman. I'm here in Madison, Wisconsin, as we continue our Community Voices Community Media Tour. We've been broadcasting from PBS stations and from public access TV stations. Today, our final day of this leg of the tour. We're traveling to 70 cities over these months. It's been truly amazing. Today, we're broadcasting from WYOU, our longtime public access partner here in Madison, Wisconsin. The radio station we've broadcast on for years is WORT here in Madison, a real central focus of community media here. But before we stay in Wisconsin with Professor Alfred McCoy, Juan, it's great to be with you again. I'll be back with you in New York. On Sunday, we'll be at the 90th birthday of Pete Seeger at Madison Square Garden, and we'll be bringing folks highlights of that on Monday. But you have an interesting piece in the New York Daily News. Can you talk a little about what you wrote about?
Yeah, well, yesterday I had a column in the paper that dealt with the Service Employees International Union. As you probably know, no doubt know, there was a annual shareholders meeting of Bank of America this week, and attempts were made by shareholders, a revolt to remove Ken Lewis, the CEO and chairman of the bank. They were able to remove him as chairman, but not as CEO. And SEIU actually was one of the unions leading that effort. Well, it turns out that I discovered in reviewing the annual financial statements of the union that Bank of America is the number one creditor, has been for years, of SEIU. And actually, SEIU, while it's been organizing rallies around the country against Bank of America, has been increasingly borrowing more money from the same bank. It now owes $87 million to Bank of America, by far its largest creditor. And also that it was taking out a substantial loan from another union that it is now seeking to wrest members from, the Amalgamated Bank, which is owned by by Unite Here. SEIU took out a $15 million loan last September from the Amalgamated Bank, and the members of Unite Here, who are now involved in an internal battle, are saying, in essence, that SEIU borrowed money from the bank to try to then use that money to take over the union. There's a continuing negotiations going on within the labor movement over how this nasty split between SEIU and Unite Here will be worked out. There were negotiations in Washington yesterday that did not bear much fruit. But I noted that it is a little hypocritical for the SEIU to be launching a nationwide campaign from Bank of America while it's borrowing millions and millions of dollars from the same bank. So we'll see how this works out over the next few weeks.
Well, Juan, we'll link to your column at democracynow.org, and there you can follow us on Twitter as well, and you can forward stories to friends. We're video and audio podcasting there, and our transcripts of Democracy Now! Are also available there.